A very warm welcome to my channel, guys. Well, welcome back to me myself as well, because I have not been posting on this channel for about 2 months. The only reason being I had no content, nothing fresh to think about, nothing fresh to record for you guys. But then I thought, I have never really talked about how I actually created my own brand, and I think that it's a very interesting story that you might also like, as well as learn something from it. So here I am. I'm going to talk today about how I created and came up with my own brand, which of course you guys already probably know, Esha Cosmetics. Esha, well, I am Esha, so I am a walking, talking brand of my own. On a very small scale, I believe, but I still am something. So let's just talk about how I came up with the idea and what was going through my mind back then, and how we are now growing every single day. So let's talk about money. Not really money. Let's talk about branding today and marketing today. If you're interested in these kinds of topics, guys, then make sure you do click the subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up, because it helps me reach more people of similar mindsets that are interested in these kinds of things that I talk about on this channel. My channel is The Finance Queen, and since it's been growing really slowly, my main focus was just on my main channel. But anyway, I think from now onwards I have to be a bit more consistent, because I do truly believe and I do truly love talking about finances, marketing, branding and money. You know, I know these are taboo subjects. Not many people like talking about these things, but to be honest, I like talking about a lot of different subjects, especially when it comes to these kinds of things. I don't know why not many women talk about this. I am here to talk about everything. So get your notes ready. You might learn something from every single video that I post on this channel, because that is truly my goal. And now just come on, now hit the subscribe button, have a cup of tea and keep watching. Let me grab some water too. My lipstick is everywhere. So let me now take you back to the time in 2018. What my life was all about was, well, I was blogging a lot. So I used to go live quite a lot on my Facebook group. If you want to join that, of course, I have the link down below. You can check it out. So I was going live every single day on my Facebook group a lot. I was also very active on Snapchat, kind of sharing DIYs and recipes and a lot of formulas that have to do with skincare and hair care. I don't know what was going through my mind at the time, but I was taking life kind of easy, you know, and I was not really into like business as in real business. Just, I think I was just playing around. I mean, now looking back, it's just, I'm thinking, oh my God, I was so silly. I was really never even serious about branding myself or anything of that sort, or anything about money. I was just, well, I thought so at the time that I was just not good at it anyway. So why even get serious with these things? That's what I thought. Now, of course, I find it silly, but anyhow, so what was going on in 2018 was I was talking a lot, serving the community, helping women get out of depression and helping women with their personal problems and social causes and all of those things, you know. And I was doing that for free. Obviously, I was not charging anyone. I was not nothing. I was just helping a lot of people. I built a lot of great audience that were really true and very loyal to me. Like, I've had some die-hard, really amazing, lovely followers, or let's just say family. I don't really like calling them fans or anything. I think they're just family. And so I helped so many people in that way, you know. And then I was also so good at skincare and hair care that people would watch my recipes and my formulas and read my blog, which at the time was meladyesha.com. So I was writing a lot on there. And of course, I was making a lot of live videos on my Facebook group, which I don't know how, but it grew so suddenly, so big. I remember when I started my own group, literally within like 2-3 weeks, we went from 0 to like 20K, 50K within no time, really. It was really quick for me. So the growth was amazing. And I was talking a lot about marriage problems, women problems, mental problems, you know, physical fitness and all of those things, but also a lot about beauty. And I think people really loved me for all the things that I was talking about. Especially I was talking a lot about like women's psychology and men's psychology, and you know, the difference between our mindsets and everything, and women especially really related to those topics. And so I have a huge community of ladies only. I know it's weird, but my following and my audience mainly is just women. That's that, because I think I was just catering a lot to women, you know. I mean, skincare was for women, hair care was for women, social problems I was discussing was for women. I was helping women to get out of the depression if they had a divorce or a separation, let's say. So I was kind of serving women unintentionally, you know, all my topics were just serving women in one way or the other. So my audience grew with time, and they were somehow all women. So it only made sense for me at the time to come up with my own brand. And you know why? Because I used to get a lot of messages in my inbox saying, Esha, that scrub that you mentioned, that was amazing. Or that mask that you mentioned was amazing. And because I was doing so much research about skincare, hair care, I kind of knew what to use and what not to use on your skin and stuff. And I was really honest with that, you know. I would never say put a lemon on your face. I would never say crush a papaya, put it on your face. No, I was really particular about what I would allow myself to write on the blog, because I knew people were following my recipes and they were trying out my DIY methods and everything, and it was really helping them. And so I used to get messages, Esha, that item was amazing, I used it, it saved my life, you're such a lifesaver, you know, all that. Why don't you make your own products and sell them, because I have no time to make them at home all the time, and you know, blah blah blah. So I used to get such messages all the time, and it happened so frequently. All the time girls would message me, you know, similar kind of messages, and I was like, you know what, if I'm getting these signs ever so often, I'm sure it means something. So let me just do something. So I started thinking. I had a team, so we started discussing everything also, and they were like, you know what, I think, Esha, if you do like a skincare, a natural skincare, it would really be awesome. And I thought, you know what, if it helps women, then why not? And now mind you that at the time I was doing everything for free. I was not charging for anything, like literally nothing, you know. And that whole year, somehow I was kind of broke in a way. I mean, luckily, I mean, I still have my parents to support and everything, so I never had any issues financially in that sense. And so I was just not thinking about money at the time. So when I came out with my brand, I launched my website, I launched the products, which these products, by the way, took me a good few months to get everything sorted, you know, because I was apparently very new to this, very new. I didn't know about packaging, branding, labels, registering the company and all of that. So luckily I've had great support from my mentors, and you know, I was really active in like searching for things, and I was always doing my research. So I do everything legally, I do everything right. Of course I made some mistakes along the way also, I'm not gonna lie, but I learned so much, which is why now we are growing. But at that time it was kind of crazy. It was like a roller coaster where I was just not very serious with it, but at the same time I wanted to help people. I wanted to bring products that were very effective so they would be happy. So I think what I was really looking for at that time was compliments. You know, I really wanted people to love me. I really wanted people to use my items and be like, wow, Esha is a lifesaver, you know. I wanted people to use my items and be like, this actually works. Finally, you know, it's a very underhyped brand, but it actually works. So that is the kind of thing that I was going for. So I really wanted a lot of love from people, let's be honest, which is why, of course, I was helping a lot of people for free with their serious life issues. And I think that mindset of mine also helped me kickstart my brand, because when I launched, I had no budget for marketing. I didn't spend on ads, nothing. You know, I was not in any magazine or newspapers or any publishing or any online magazines or no, there was no such support, no such thing. But what helped me initially kickstart my business was ladies loved me, you know, because of all those things that I've been doing. It kind of was like a snowball effect. So I had clients from day one actually checking out for products on my website. When I launched, it was actually my birthday. I wanted to launch on my birthday. I know it sounds weird and so cliche, but I wanted to gift myself a business on my birthday. That was, look at me, my mindset was crazy. I know it's such a weird, unconventional kind of a story of a brand, but I had so much love from people that I knew that, okay, you know what, a birthday would be a good day, because on my birthday what happens is everybody online knows it's my birthday. So they're all wishing me on my Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, on the group. People are talking about me and you know, all that. People are tagging me everywhere and stuff like that. So I knew that on that day particularly, I'll have a lot of attention anyway. So what if I launch my business on the exact same day? I might have a little bit of more traction to my website. That's exactly what happened. The day I launched, I had so much traffic on the website. thousands of people on the first day checking out my website. And of course I had a conversion rate of 2%, which actually is not bad from day one. I mean, for a day one business, 2% conversion rate, amazing. I was like, oh my god, I didn't know that, you know. And now the funny thing is, in the beginning my stock was very limited, very limited, because of course in my mind it's like, okay, if only a few people buy this item, it's going to help them with that problem. And so that's the only concern I had at the time. I didn't know I have to stock a lot more so I can reach a lot more people and actually make a business out of it. I was not thinking that way. So what happened was, so many people checked out, and of course the limited amount of stock that I've had, it got delivered on time. But then it was so hard for me because people were ordering items every day, and so I was a little behind on my delivery schedules, because the thing is, I didn't have too much product in my hand at the time. You know, it was like coming in batches and it was slow. It was like every week or so that I was getting new stock in and stuff like that. And so yeah, that was that one problem, and also a big lesson that, you know, you have to have stock and only then sell, because if you're low on stock and you keep selling, then people will get the deliveries so late, and you know, then there's so many complaints and all that. So of course I had this kind of issue in the beginning a lot, I'm not gonna lie. That was one lesson I learned. But at the same time, those ladies kind of knew me, so there was a lot of trust that they had in me. So of course I managed to deliver, even if it was late. They still got their items and they used it. And people, for the most part, I would say 90% of people, actually more than 90% so far, they have either recommended our product, either they have repurchased the product, or talked about us in one way or the other. And some were also late and delayed, so of course I've had like negative feedback a little bit because of deliveries also, but nobody ever really complained about the quality of the product. And that is such a big achievement for me, because that was of course my main goal, because I really wanted everybody to enjoy the product, love the product, and use it again and again. Like, this was my only thing. I wasn't even thinking about money at the time or like a real business at the time. Okay, every time I record a video, this dog starts barking, and I'm really hoping that today we don't have that problem, because this is just me talking to you guys honestly about my brand and how it started. I have no script on me today. I'm not prepared at all. I'm just talking, you know, and I'm in the flow today, so I'm not gonna stop. Okay, so that was me at the time, guys. And I'm so happy I got the support from day one, and it went on. I made some mistakes along the way. I mean, the first problem and a big lesson, of course, was the delivery and keeping a stock more frequently. That was the first lesson, which of course now I have overcome the problem anyway. I've had to hire some really nice girls as well. In one way, I was also so happy because, you know, when I started, I had no team. I only had my team that was helping me with the Facebook group or with my Instagram or whatever. And so when I started, I knew that I have to hire someone and like pay them. But of course, as I said, in the initial stage, I had no budget for that. So, you know, I was just thinking I just have to work on the website, which that is an added cost. Creating the stock, the labeling, the product packaging and everything, that costs as well. The material for shipping our products, that costs as well, you know. And so my focus was on that, not really on growing the business. That I had to do step by step as I went along the journey. That was a process on its own, to be honest. We're going to talk about that somewhere later down the line if you really want to, but today I just really wanted to talk about how it actually came into existence, came to life, you know. And this is kind of what it was. So I got more serious about the brand and about a business side of the brand later down the line. Not really in the beginning. In the beginning, I had no idea about real businesses and stuff like that. Yes, I was always good at selling things online because I was always selling things on eBay. Even in college, I was actually selling stationery items on eBay and also Asian clothes on eBay. But then of course, I knew that that's not going to be like a long-lasting business that I can sustain. It was just very random. It was just for extra pocket money or whatever. And since I was always so ambitious, I always wanted to do something. So somehow, I don't know, one way or the other, I just landed on this whole thing of branding. It just happened. I think it was just such an accident, or may I just say I was flown into this, you know, by the community, by my audience. They were hinting at that all the time, and so I think that's kind of what happened. And of course, I'm not gonna lie, I think as an ambitious girl, I've always wanted to have my own name or my own brand in one way or the other. Kind of always knew that I'm gonna sit in an office and work rather than anything else. I always knew that for sure. Even when I was a child, I was always thinking about having a nice office space and a nice team. I never knew what I'm exactly going to do, but I knew that I want to work in an office environment, marketing some sort of way, products. I knew also that I'm going to be working with products and stuff. I didn't know exactly what, but I knew it's going to be something, you know. And so it just happened, and I just went step by step. Just, yeah. Does that make sense? I know it's so weird because people start their brands very consciously. And I think with me, I did not start a brand very consciously. It was just one of those things. I want to serve people. I want to bring nice products. And people are really hinting at me every single day, Esha, why don't you sell this item? I can't be making this myself all the time. Or I can't go out, buy this material all the time and then mix it up together or whatever. Why don't you just sell it to us and we'll just buy it from you? And so it only made sense to actually start doing it. Okay, fine. You want this? I'm going to give you that. Be happy. You know, so I was really looking for compliments all the time. That was just me. Maybe I was being a little narcissistic, but I really wanted love from people that I'm serving, you know, and I was helping ladies so much passionately because I just love to do that, you know. And so yeah, somehow I ended up having Esha Cosmetics. So as I said, I've had orders right from day one. And then of course, a lot of regular clients from all over the world, because not just out of love, but also because they really enjoyed using the product. And now with the products, with time, I improved on the packaging, on the labeling, you know, the branding, the social media side of it also. So that was all done one by one as I got into the business first. And then, you know, later I just decided, okay, we have to improve on this. We have to improve on this. And somehow I was so lucky because I've had great audience, all ladies, as I said, somehow all ladies. So many ladies were always getting in touch how they want to help me with the brand. Some of them were actually always, you know, ready to work for free. And I'm not going to lie, in the beginning, yes, every kind of support that I was getting, I actually kind of, you know, welcomed that. And I think in my mind, it was like, okay, I'm helping so many people and somebody wants to help me. That is such a nice opportunity. I'm going to avail that, you know. And the girls were also, by the way, always telling me, you help so many people. We would love to be a part of your brand and help you out in whatever way we can and stuff like that. So always had that kind of support from strange people. I didn't have the kind of support from relatives, not at all. Family, not really. Friends, zero, you know. I mean, at that time, now of course I have great friends, things are different, but I think now also my friend circle is quite different. You know, back then it was college mates, uni mates, random people that were really not about business anyway, and they would not understand my vision either. But I think now at this stage, I'm friends with quality people, may I just say, you know, who have their own shit together, who have their own businesses. Somebody's a doctor, somebody's an accountant, somebody is a pilot, somebody is something, somebody is great at marketing, you know. So I think now my circle is quite very focused and driven people that I can learn something from, and they inspire me so much. And hopefully maybe they learn something from me too, I don't know, but you know, that's kind of different now, of course. At that time it was very different. So the only kind of support I actually had was from my audience that I was helping in a way, you know, and they also wanted to then help me as well. So that is like one big advantage I had with a loyal audience that I created. My audience might not be in millions, but even the thousands of women that I have on my side, I think so many from all over the world, you know, which is great, which is insane, by the way. And I remember in 2018 when I also visited Pakistan, we did some events as well, and so many people would like come and meet me and stuff like that, and also support the brand and tag the brand even on Instagram and all of that. So I think those kinds of things really helped me kickstart my brand even further. However, coming to the money and financial side, I was really not making much money from the brand itself at the time. I'll be very honest. It was just like, okay, it's going, okay, it's running. And whatever money I was making through sales and purchases on the website, I was actually reinvesting it into the brand, because I would, like, as I said, improve on the quality of the product, improve on the packaging, improve on the pricing. So make sure I buy things in bulk so I can charge less to my own customers and stuff like that. So I was really investing into that so I can improve every aspect of the brand. I also realized, okay, I have to be more consistent with my online presence also in a quality way so I can reach more people and sell more products, you know, and help more people in that way. So I became slowly very consistent also with my online presence and the content making and all of that. And that's another story for another day. But even with the content making part, I've had so much struggle and so many issues, and I think the reason is because I'm an Asian girl, and it was very hard on me. It was so damn hard on me to brand myself, to be consistent on social media, because apparently, I don't know, not in my mind, but apparently for the society, you know, it's really bad being on social media. It's something that bad girls do, you know. So I get this all the time. It's not very nice. I think I don't believe it in myself. I don't call anybody bad just because they're very consistent on social media, you know. I think in my eyes, you're working, you're branding yourself, you have a business, whatever, do you, you know. I really don't care. I don't look at things from that kind of glasses. I think I look at things from more of a realistic glasses, if I may say. I usually know what people are doing, what people's intentions are behind the things that they do, you know. So yeah, I think, of course, because of that approach that I've always had, that is why my brand is growing now, and now I have a consistent, solid business out of that. But what I learned along the way was so many lessons, and I also learned that I have to be consistent with my content and make more sales and focus on the business side, because of course I cannot really run a brand out of love and passion, just like a hobby, you know, which is what I was doing, of course, in the beginning. It was kind of like a fun thing. Oh, I have something of my own, so it's kind of like a fun thing, and it's something you can tell people and be proud of. But I soon realized, okay, hold on a minute, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. I was working day and night. Of course I enjoyed it, so I would still call it a hobby because I enjoyed every aspect of it so much, especially the creative side of things, you know, the photos, the content, the Instagram, and, you know, even the girls that were working with me, for me on my Instagram. Even though it's all fun and games, but it's still a lot of work that goes into it day and night. Day and night, it's a lot of work. And then I also realized, okay, I have to pay these girls as well. I want them to be with me for a longer period of time, not just to help me for the time being. No, I want you guys here. If you're good at what you do, I need you on my team forever. You know, I really believe in building long-term relationships, even with the people who work for me or with me or whatever. And so I've had some really amazing girls that worked with me, for me, and that I paid and hired, you know, to do their daily tasks that they had to do. Because it's, guys, running a brand is not a joke, it's not a hobby. Even if it happens for you as a hobby, trust me, along the way, you're gonna get serious at one point. Shit is gonna get serious, it's gonna hit you hard, you know, because there's a lot of work that goes behind it. And if something about your brand you don't like, you're gonna hate doing that, you know. So you really have to love it. You have to love your brand, you have to love your name, you have to love yourself, you have to be investing in your brand, you have to be investing in yourself, because every investment you make in yourself, think about it, it's branding. So along the way, I really did invest in myself a lot, whether it's with my just small basic things, even upgrading your wardrobe, upgrading your looks, being conscious about how your hair looks, being conscious about how your makeup looks, your skills, your everything, how you speak, how you talk, how you walk, people you meet, how you market your own self, how you talk about your own brand, how you talk about your own products, how do you self-promote yourself. Everything you talk about yourself or your product, it's branding. It's serious. It is so serious. And if you don't believe in it, if you don't like it, you're not going to do well in that, you know. Like, people are not stupid. People understand. When you talk about your own products and you're talking crap or not really fully into it, people get the vibe. And people don't want to be a part of that kind of brand where you're not very fully confident about yourself, you know. So investing in yourself is the best kind of branding you can do. Honestly, that's the number one rule that I think in these three or four, yeah, in these 3-4 years, almost 4, what I've learned is you have to be investing in yourself. And that's the biggest lesson I've learned in these 3 years, you know. You have to be investing in your brand. Oh, that's number one rule. Like, there's no way out, you know. So if you are into starting your own brand, about to start your own brand, I will be creating a lot more videos that might help you along the way on this channel, which is the Finance Queen. So make sure you do subscribe and hit the like button on this video, because, you know, it will help me reach more people that are into these things, so it can help them also. But this was my story about, you know, how I created my own brand, how it just kind of happened. but along the way I got very serious. So I would suggest start your brand very consciously, have everything in mind beforehand. Don't just do it by accident. Of course I was a lot younger, silly, had a different mindset, whatever, even though it was not very long ago. But I think in these last 3 to 4 years my growth has been crazy growth as a person, even in my leveling up journey, which by the way I talk a lot about that on my main channel, which is Lady Esha, so you can also subscribe to that channel if you'd like to. But on this channel I mainly just wanted to talk about marketing, branding, finance, money and all those kinds of things. I just feel like there's 2 parts of me. One is my personality, which is very colorful, very crazy, funny also, but then I also have this very serious part to me, which I had to cultivate in me. You know, otherwise I would still be the same silly Esha that I was years ago, not really taking my business and brand seriously, you know. So I learned these things and I cultivated the business side in me with time, by failures, by learning a lot of things. I've had a lot of failures. Oh my god, I think if I talk about those it will be a whole different long video, which I hope I'm gonna do that anyway. If you want any specific thing to be discussed by me, you have to let me know in the comments below. Of course I'll be looking forward to your comment. Don't just watch my videos silently. I need to know from you also, okay? You need to comment below. Just comment anything. Comment about what you learned from my video. Comment about what are you doing with your brand. Are you looking into creating a brand? Did you enjoy this story? What did you learn from this? What would you want to see more from me in my future videos? You have to just comment anything, but do comment. It makes me so happy learning from other people, especially from ladies also, you know, especially who also do their own thing. I just appreciate that so much. I have huge respect, no matter who you are, by the way. Are you white? Awesome. Black? Amazing. Asian? I hear you, girl. It's really hard being Asian. Oh my god. Especially on social media. Being on social media as an Asian girl, I think that itself is a whole new struggle, a whole different kind of struggle. You know, you always get weird kind of eyes, judgments, statements, opinions, you know, which don't help you with your brand. They really don't. Anyway, that will be again another video for another day, telling you guys how I was consistent on social media and then take a break. Consistent, take a break. Consistent, take a break. And how it actually hindered and stopped my growth for a good while. You know, I think that will be a good video to talk about next on this channel, because that was a whole another lesson for me also, that you really have to shut everybody's, just shut your ears, like just shut everybody's statements, you know, just don't think about those things, because it's not going to help you. It's just not. But anyway, I talk too much. I don't want to just talk about everything all in one video, because it's going to be like a 2-hour long video. Otherwise I don't want that. People do get annoyed when there's very long videos on YouTube nowadays, apparently. So this was my story. It happened by accident, out of love and passion, of course, but as a hobby, kind of. It got serious only along the way when I learned my lessons, failed at a few things, and of course feedback from every customer helped a lot in my journey to improve everything. And I'm still in this process of improving every single day, you know, but I'm so much more happy that now we are growing and now we are like a legit proper business. And so I did manage to make something out of myself, which I'm really proud of. And thank you everybody who supported me so far. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, make sure you subscribe to the Finance Queen. You can also follow me on Instagram, Finance Queen UK, and stay in touch with me there. I'm quite consistent and active on Instagram. See you guys there. Bye.